Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to create a character counter app using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. Inside this one application you can find how many characters inside the input field, how many words, how many sentences inside this one input field or text area. And another feature is letter density. When you will enter many letters inside there, you will get the percentages of the particular letter, right? And have a limitation exclude spaces. So let's see. I'm going to use we are learning React.js and have 24 characters, 5 words, 1 sentence. When I enter dot and enter, I'm a developer, and here is a second sentence, 9 words, 42 characters, and here's a letter density, and I'm able to see more than 5 progress bars and 5 characters inside there. But when I click on the see more, I'm able to see all of the characters that have used inside the input field and how many percentages used inside the input field, right? When I click show less, and this is a show less, right? Let's add the exclude space, means remove the space, and 1 word, 2 sentences, and yeah. Let's add the limitation. When you will enter the limitation inside the input field, means this text area will set only on the particular limit that you have assigned on there. Let's say I will enter 50. This input field only accepts 50 characters. After that it has stopped, right? And have another thing, a light and dark mode. So this is a cool application. I will show you how you can create it, and it is fully responsive, guys. It is, let's check it now inside there. So let's build that from scratch. So I'm gonna close that, and I'm gonna close my VS Code editor as well, because I will create another folder. I'm gonna open that in the VS Code editor, and I will execute the simple commands. In just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna use npm create at the right letters, write the project name. I'm gonna use copy character counter, and yeah, select the React JavaScript. So I'm gonna close that and open the copy project, open it in the VS Code editor, and I need to execute many commands. So first one is npm install. That will help us to install the node package manager, and after that I need to get the Tailwind CSS as well. So I'm going to use Tailwind CSS previous version because I need to get the suggestion inside my input field. So let's select the wait, execute the first one command, copy, and once it will complete the node package manager, then I will execute another command. So we need to wait. Okay, let me add this one command. Once it will complete, then I need to execute another command as well. Yeah, we execute that, and let's move on, copy the content and open the Tailwind file and paste on there. Right, cool. Now let's copy this one and open the Tailwind index, paste on there. And also I need to remove the app.css file, and also I need to reset my this one code using RFC to display the default code. And last thing, I'm gonna get the Google Fonts. So I need to use Google Fonts is Poppins, get fonts, get embedded, import, copy, and we need to paste inside the index. Also I'm gonna remove this one as well, just like the body, and use font family should be Poppins, like this. let's execute the command npm run there, and it should be display the default things. Yeah, we are good to go to build that project, but we also get a few things inside my previous folder like images. First one is I'm gonna get the content and I'm gonna paste inside there, because inside there have a variables, and also I need to get the assets, images, so I need to get images as well. So get the images and paste inside the source assets and paste on there. Yeah, we're gonna use okay. And last thing, I'm gonna get the colors from the content file, content.md, and I need to configure my this one file as well. There, paste it inside the theme colors and add the colors. We will able to use those color inside the application right code. So let's get started to create the project from scratch. First of all, I need to get the images. So import. First one is I'm going to use logo dark from assets, images, and dark logo theme. The next is logo light, and just change the last one logo. I think light. Yeah. Okay, I think import logo light from assets, images, BG light theme. Yeah, BG dark theme, BG light theme. Yeah, that. So we will use that by creating a header, and also we need to add import sun from assets, images, and sun. The next one is image is moon, so that will be moon. So just use icon moon. That's it. Okay, dot svg. That's it. So let's design the header. So in the header I need to use the div. First of all, I need to assign the class should be hscreen, and overflow x is atom. Inside there I will use the div. Assign the class should be container max. Mx means margin left and right auto. Px means padding left and right 4. Then I will use the div. Inside that I'm going to add the images. The first one is our logo dark, and the next one is I'm going to add it sun. So I'm going to save the file, and I'm able to see the large things. Just a minute, I need to check a logo. Okay, here's the logo, and I don't need to use the logo. It's fine. A logo light and logo dark images. So just a minute. Okay, I think I have a problem inside my path, so let me reuse that. Logo dark theme, and let me reuse it. Images, logo light theme. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah guys, I'm able to see the logo. This is a light logo, but when you will change it to display that as a light, this will be on dark mode, right? Yeah, this is a moon, and this is a sun and moon image. By the way, also have a sun, but right now you can't see the sun image inside there. So let me add the classes. The first one is flex, justify between to display the content in the left and right side, means this logo will display in the right side, this will be appear in the right side. And also I need to add the padding, top and bottom, to make a space pxat, right? And also I need to add the conditional rendering when user will click on this one image to display and hide display dark and light mode. So let's do that, then I will move on next feature. So I'm going to use is dark mode, set is dark mode, and I'm going to use this type. By default I will use true. Let me create a function, and inside that I'm going to use set is dark mode, not true. That's it. So copy that. When user will click on the image, which image? The dark mode image, like this one, this side. So let me add the event on there, on click, and execute that function. By using this one I will add the conditional rendering to display and display the dark and light mode. So let's add the dark and light mode inside this one application. So I'm going to cut that, use curly brackets, little template, and inside that I'm going to use dollar is dark mode is exist to display the bg dark black, text should be white. After this one I will use bg white color and text should be dark black. That's it. So, and as you can see when I click on it, right, and also we're going to change the images as well by adding that on condition rendering. So let's add it. No, I don't need to use it. This dark mode is exist to display the logo dark, otherwise dark mode is logo dark, otherwise logo light. And same thing I'm gonna do on there is dark mode is exist to display the sun, otherwise display the moon. That's it. I'm gonna save the file and let's try it. As you can see guys, right, so we're gonna add the classes inside the next one image, the first. Also I'm gonna add the conditional rendering on there because I will display that. Just a minute. Little template is dark mode is exist, so I'm gonna use pg just dark mode is exist, pg dark black, and otherwise bg silver. After that I will use padding outside too, and rounded, and also cursor should be pointer like that. Save, and look at that guys, right? So this is a simple thing that you need to do by adding dark and light mode inside your header. By the way, this is my container. Inside the container I have a simple header. After this one header I'll create another component like letter counter. Inside this one application have all of the codes that have a light and dark mode by adding this one, right? So yeah, so this is my main application. Inside that have a letter counter application. By the way, letter counter component, so let's create that component letter counter .jsx, write the rfc, save the file, remove the r, and edit, save, and get. Also I need to pass is dark mode as a prop because I will use it and there, and just get that, and I'm gonna use it as a prop because I will use it inside the letter counter to display and hide the dark and light mode, right? So let's design the next section. The first one is analyze your text in real time. I need to add the classes. Class should be text for Excel. The font should be bold. Text should be center, margin top and bottom. Add. After that, I need to add the text area, and like this. I need to close it one single. In the text area, I also add the validation, means the dark mode and light mode feature, because in the dark and light mode have a text black and white, so we need to fix that. So let's add the classes. First one is class, curly brackets, literal template. I'm gonna use is dark mode is exist to display the text, white, bg dark gray. Otherwise I'm gonna use text dark black and bg silver, right? Then also I'm gonna use width should be full. After this one, this is by the way conditional branding. After this one, I need to use width full. Height should be 48. Padding 2. Border rounded MD. Resize none. Resize none. Focus should be outline. Focus outline none, and bg dark gray. So I'm gonna save the file and let's look at that. As you can see, click on it, and I think I'm gonna fix it. So is dark mode is exist, text white color, bg dark. Okay, I don't need to use this one color. Okay, great, as you can see, guys. So add the placeholder. After this one, I'm gonna add the placeholder. Should be analyze your text in real time, like that. So look at that, guys. So our second section has been completed. Let's move on the third one section. In the third one, inside this one there, after the text area, yeah, I'm gonna use the options and reading time. That's my command. Here's the div. Send the class margin top 4. Flex item should be center, justify between, and inside that I'm going to use label tag. Leave the far. In the label tag, I'm going to use input field. Should be checkbox. Class name form checkbox. More than white 2, and also I need to add a span tag. Exclude spaces. I'm gonna save the file. Let's look at that, guys. Right, and we're gonna use same thing the second time. In the second time, I'm gonna use level HTML var limit, and also I'm gonna use class margin right should be 2, and also I'll use the class on the inline flex. Item should be center. Right, great. So we are almost done in the second one section. So I'm gonna use set character limit. So I'm gonna save the file. That's not after this one. Right, so this is our number field. And yeah, I need to also add the conditional rendering on there. Okay, why so okay, this is a number field. By the way, I need to fix it by adding few classes. So the class should be, also add the conditional rendering because I need to add its dark mode is exist. So BG light black, text should be white color, otherwise BG silver, and text should be dark black. After that, I will use the border rounded MD px2 py1 y just a minute. What? Okay. Okay, great. Alright, so let's check it now. Yeah, great. As you can see, so we will add another classes as well. So let me add the width. Width should be 20. Focus I'm gonna use is outline none. That's it. I'm gonna save the file, and yeah, great. As you can see, so it's created spaces. And what is the flex? Okay, the item center, and it should be displayed. Yeah, great. The set limit and margin right is 2, and that's our level tag. It's just a minute, I'm gonna cut that, and yeah. Just a minute. Set. Okay, I'm gonna use the class on that. Yeah, great. So last thing is I need to add the simple tail, and I'm gonna use a proxy, the waiting time, and lt 1 minute. This is only dummy text, I don't need to change it. So look at that, guys. Right, the next one is cars. So let's find out this one there. Outside of this one, I'm gonna use counters. I'm gonna add the comment, guys. Counters, counter. I just use counter because I just read that. So here's a div. Inside that, I'm gonna add another div. Right, so you will understand everything. Create a component inside there. The creator counter.jsx. Okay, write the RFC, save it, and remove it and add it. Right, so I'm gonna save the file, and the counter has been appeared inside there. So I need to add more than 3 counters by using the separate styling on each section. So I need to add the separate div on each div, and also have another image, because I will add the different type of images on each counter. So let's add the classes. First one is I'm gonna use class that will be margin top and bottom 8, and that will grid calls 1 in the small screen size. In the medium screen size, I'm going to use grid call 3, and I'm going to use cap 4. Text should be dark black. Right, that's our main div. After this one, here's the first one, second, third div. Right, so save the file. So we have 3 boxes. Where is the boxes? As you can see, first, second, and third. Cool, we will design it. So let's add it. First one is BG purple rounded shadow, MD is correct, flex, and flex between. I'm gonna use flex, justify between. Good. So on each div, first I'm gonna save it and look at it, the counter has been appeared. So let me BG purple, and yeah, that's perfect. So I will use the different style on each component on later, but I'm gonna add the image on there. The first one image, I'm gonna use purple. I will get the image in a minute. This will be purple image, and I need to get the image. Right, so the image is coming from my purple image from images and purple pattern character, like this one. The next is word is I'm gonna use, by the way I will change this one is character image, and that will word counter ing. So just change the pattern is pattern word counter. The last one is sentences counter image. Just change the image path like sentence, this one. So the first one is I'm gonna add this one image. So I'm gonna save the file and look at that, guys. This is the image and this is my counter text, just text. I will change it in a minute. Just use this one. Remove other things and just copy the same styling. Second, third. Change the image, that will be word counter image, and this will be sentence counter image. I'm gonna save the file. Have a same style but a different type of image. We just change the background color on each box. So first one is the BG purple. The next one is I'm gonna use BG yellow color. That color is coming from my variables that I have assigned inside my Tailwind config file. So that will be orange. So let me save the file and look at that, guys. So let's move on our component counter. In the counter component, I just use a few things. This is the reusable component, so I'm gonna pass in the values. The first one is title. The next one is a value. I need to return that. First one is a class. I'm gonna use padding for left and right, top and bottom at. And inside that I'm gonna use, the first one is a value that I will pass on later. The next one is title. Also I need to add the classes text 6xl in the value, font semi-bold, and in there I will use class text lg and font semi-bold. That's it. So and okay, I need to pass the, by the way, as a props. So let me I will pass it on later, right? Okay, I will pass it. Just a minute. I'm gonna use, and this will be title, should be total characters. Like this, and I will add the video on later. Right, total characters. So same thing I'm gonna pass on there. The next one is total words, and the next one is total sentence count, word count. I just change it word count, and that will be sentence tenses count. Save, and look at that, guys. Right, so I will add the functionalities on later. The last thing is we need to design that letter density. So let's build the component that will help us to display the letter density. So I'm gonna use letter density. I'll create that component, letter density, JSX RFC. I'm gonna use dummy data, and then I will manage it to display the dynamic data on letter. Right, so here's the density, and inside that I'm gonna add the class. First one is margin top, should be 4, rounded MD, padding outside 4, and alright, the class I'm gonna letter density. After this one I'll use 2 send a class margin top 5 not 2. Overflow is X auto, means left and right auto, and inside that I'm gonna use 2 send a class flex. Item should be center, padding 2, rounded MD, and margin top and bottom 1. Then I'll use this pen tag, assign the letter, just use dummy data. I will use the dynamic data on letter. Class, font bold, and after this one I will use one more time there. Margin right, left 2, rounded MD, and width should be full, and that will be BG silver. It is basically what, guys, it is progress bar. I will manage it later. This time I just also design that. So right, I use 2 plus rounded, the height should be full, and yeah, after this one and just a minute, I'm gonna find out there, and that is first I'm gonna save this. Let me where I will use the div another spin. I will try to add it. Okay, and I'm on 2 flex, item should be center, and depth should be 4, and inside that I'm gonna use div that will be count, and that will be percentages. Right, and yeah, I'm gonna save the file, and let's look at that what you'll get. Yeah, letter density and letter count percentages. Okay, why that are used on there, so I'm gonna cut it and we'll paste on there, and I think it should be, yeah, perfect. So this is our progress bar, this is our letters, and I will use it dynamic data on there. Right, cool. And last thing I'm gonna add it show letters. Right, so after this one I just use the pattern tag and I show all letters. So save, and yeah, great. So let's work on the dynamic data, right? So but I need to fix that, so let me go to this one. So this is one 2, I'm gonna use H screen. So let's see what, yeah, great. I can't see any more white space, so refresh your page. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so let's move on. The first section is the letter counter, and the letter counter here's the letter counter. In the letter counter we need to create functions and to count the characters and count the sentences and many other things. So let's work on this one section. So step 1, I'm going to create a const states with the name of text, and set text should be user state nothing, and this will used on our text area, right? Where is my text area? So the value is our text, and when user will enter something inside the input field or inside the text area, I need to use event on change, execute the function and assign the value inside the text area, which value e.target.value. That's it. We will store the value inside our text. When you will call the text, then you will get the input value. First step has been completed. The next step, const exclude space and set exclude spaces. By default I will use false. This is our next step. So we will use these validations. The next one is a limit and has a use step. What is a set limit? Okay, and by default I will use null. I will use all of the things one by one, and that will be use show all letters, and that are set show all letters. By default I will use the false, right? So let's create a function and add the functionalities inside the project. So this function is use function to process that text based on exclude space and limit, right? So I'm going to create a function const processed text, whatever the name you will use. I'm going to use readable names. Let current text, this is my, and assign the text that is coming from my state, like this one. If exclude spaces is exist, then current text equal to current text dot replace, and I'm going to use just like this. Just a minute, and on there I will use S, and after this one is global and nothing. Get if limit current text dot slice. The limit is default 0, but when user will select the limit, then this limit will assign on there. And last thing I need to use return what current text inside the file. This function is used to get the validation. It means user click on the validation like this one, limitation or exclude spaces. The next function I need to get that calculate character count, right? So this will be simple. I'm going to use char count, and that is coming from process.text.length. That's it. Let's create another function, calculate word. I will use them one by one, just I design the function. Okay, const word count, and that will be const words process.text dot split function, and that will be plus, but I need to use like this way, right? And I need to use filter function to filter out the word not equal to nothing. Okay, and we need to get the word dot length. That's it. So let's find out it's working or not inside the console. And word count. So let me open the console, remove that. I'm gonna use, okay, I'm getting a complete function, but just a minute, I will use it. Okay, I'll use it to destruct the values from there, right? Okay, great. The last thing I'm gonna get is sentences const. This will be calculate sentences. Okay, sentences count, and that will be used as same thing, const sentences process.text dot split, and that will be used on the an array who dot question mark and exclamation sign. When user will enter these signs, then display another function, another sentences. Write the filter s is not equal to empty, return sentences dot length. Okay, okay, that's perfect. So we're gonna call them, right? But before calling it, I also get the calculation all of the characters, words and sentences. So let's do that. So I'm gonna use a const total object dot values, just a minute, object dot values, and that will be count, radius, sum, and current value sum plus c, and accumulator is 0, right? And count is not defined, counts. Okay, I will check it. No, it's working on the letter density. When I will work on the letter density, so I will use all of the things. So yeah, the last thing I'm gonna create the function is, yeah, first I need to set up them. So let's add all of the things inside our application. So so here's the input field limit, and in the limit checkbox. Okay, so first of all I'm going to use on change event. By the way, this is the exclude space, right? So I'm going to call the function and calling it set exclude spaces. I'm going to use e.target.checked. If that will be checked, the value will be assigned on the set exclude spaces, right? So I use that on top, as you can see, and this is used, just a minute, and exclude spaces are used inside the process text function, right? So let's move on. So let's set the set limit. Okay, here is the input field. So After this one, I'm going to use on change e, and I'm going to use a const num. I also converted is parse float, not parse float, parse int e dot value, and the value is 10, right? And also I need to use set limit is not a number, and passing the num value, otherwise null if that is true, to display the null, otherwise display the number, right? And also I need to add the value, that is our value is limit tuple equal to null, to display the null, otherwise display the limit. And also I'm going to use placeholder should be limit. So I'm going to save the file, and yeah, I'm getting all of the things, guys, inside the console, as you can see. So let me refresh it, and yeah, we're gonna work on it step by step. Let's do them. Okay, so let's move on the counter. So in the counter I have passed the, just a minute, title and value. So I have passed the title, but the value is our function char count, that function. So I'm going to save the file, and look at that, the 0 has been appear when you write something. Okay, it doesn't work, but let me work on it, and then it should be work very well. So let's add it value, and that will be a word count function, and that will be values sentences count. Okay, so save it, and okay, has some problem, so we need to find out the problem where it is. Process.text.displayed is not a function. Okay, process.text.displayed. Where is problem? 27. So here. Okay, let me find a word count. So let me find out a word count. Process.text. Okay, yeah, I need to pass it a function, and that is also function. The problem is, and that is also function, so it should be display the character. So yeah, guys, let me write something. As you can see, when I will use dot, and my sentences has been changed, and when I use it, all of the things are working very well. Let me add the limit 50, so when I will reach the 50, it should be stop. Great, we are almost making a complete application, but we need to work on the letter density, right? So let's work on that. So this is the last and final section, because it is very tricky and very useful for you. Okay, so let's create the function const letter density. This will use to calculate all of the things, and yeah, we're gonna work on it. Counts, I'm gonna create an empty object, const processed process text function dot to uppercase, and I'm gonna use for loop to get the value char of processed, right? And use curly brackets if a to c to the test, and that will be used to char. Right, right? And yeah, very tricky. After this one, I'm gonna use counts and passing the values char and is equal to counts, and I have a char, right? And I think let's put 0 plus 1. Okay, just a minute, I'm gonna save that. No, here's a problem, guys. So just a minute, I recheck it. This is test. I'm gonna use the okay, here is a test, and I'm gonna use a char as a for loop. After that, I will use counts as an array, and I'm gonna use char one more time. Use counts char and 0 plus 1. That's perfect. Okay, this is guys a little bit of tricky, so just use that. A const total, I need to get the object that values from counts, and I'll loop through the map, and I need to get the letter and count. Okay, to curly brackets, and inside that I need to destruct the letter. Otherwise, that is letter, guys. Just use letter, and also I need to get the count, the passing parameters, right? And then I need to use percentage. This is object key total greater than 0 to display the count, and divide by total times by 100. And yeah, we're gonna use to fixed display only on 2 values, otherwise display none, means 0. Okay, here's some mistakes, so we're gonna fix it. I just get that, and just check it where is the problem. Okay guys, it is very tricky, so just a minute, I'm gonna use total object dot values counts dot radius. It will calculate all of the things, sum and c, whatever the value you will call it, just calculate them, and from 0, right? And I need to get the return object dot entries. Just a minute, object dot entries, and I'm gonna use counts dot map, and we need to get the letter and also count, and curly brackets. I need to get the letter and also count, and yeah, we're gonna use the same thing, percentage total greater than 0, and to display the count, divide by total times by 100, and we need to get to fixed to, otherwise display 0. Okay, and I'm gonna use it as later. Okay, it's perfect. Alright, so it is a letter density. Last thing, I need to add another function. Okay, calculate the letter density. calculate letter density, right? So after this one I will also make another function, display letters, and I'm gonna use density, letter density function, right? If density dot length greater than is 5, because I need to display only on the show more and other characters, means when user will click on that to display all of the characters, otherwise display the default 5 characters. So I use the density length is greater than 5 and not show all characters. These are states, right? Show all letters, set show all letters, right? So I'm going to use them. So greater than 5 and not that. So come into the if body, and inside that I need to use a return density slice 0 to 5. Otherwise we need to get the return density. That's it, right? So a little bit of tricky, all right? So we're gonna pass as a props in the letter density component, because I will use it in this one component to add the dynamic data, right? So let's do that. So first one is the letter density, and I need to get the letter density as a props, then display letter, and I'm going to use display letter, and the next one is show all letters, and set show all letters, and also set show all letters. Okay, I don't need to use that. Great. So we need to get all of the things in there. Just a minute. Letter density and display letters. I need to get one by one value, guys. Letter density, letter display, and show all letters, and last one set show all letters, right? So let's use them one by one. First of all, I need to add the conditional branding to display the show all button, this one or not, right? So after this one, also I think no, this is I need to hide the progress bar. So let's try to add that. Just a minute. Just calculate it. Letter density function, that length is greater than 0. Display that. Otherwise display what is the next one is P, and no character found. Start typing to see letter density. So I think it should be display, and okay, there's a problem, and I don't know where is the problem, so let's find out the problem. Letter density 2 is another function. Okay, so let me letter density, so where I used a letter density 2. Letter density line number 12. Okay, Let me remove this one and try it. Oh, it's perfect. Letter density. Yeah. No character fonts. When you write, I'm able to see the progress bar. Right, cool. So our first step has been completed. The next step is we need to add the percentages. Right, so after this one, I'm gonna cut it. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that and use display letters function dot map, and I need to destruct the value from letter, count and percentage. Remember, I have used them in our object where it has letter, count and percentage. Letter, count and percentage. Great. After this one, I need to use curly brackets. Not curly bracket, I need to use parentheses, and I need to paste all of the code. Save it, and I need to pass the key. Right, so the key is key is letter. Okay, great. And the letter, I need to display the dynamic letter as a passed on there. Great. And let me find out the progress bar. I'm on 2 and MD full. I think here is a progress bar. Yeah, so I need to remove that and use a little template first. I need to use cut and add the classes. Then I need to use a letter density function dot length greater than 0. So I need to change the color, right? BG purple, otherwise BG silver. Great. This is our progress bar. But also I need to add the style as well on there. So let's add the style, guys. Style, and the style is based on width colon little template, and this is a percentage that is coming from as a props. After this one I will use modules. Right, great. So we are almost done. In the count, I need to use the count as a props, and the percentage I need to also pass parentheses, and that will be percentage like this one. And after this one I need to use modular sign. So let's try it. Okay, a lot of things. So let's find out the problem. And percentage is not a function. Okay, where I use the percentage, which line number? 27. Okay, 27 here. Okay, I need to use small, and I think it should be okay. Guys, I'm able to see everything is working perfectly and have a cool thing. Everything is great. And last and final thing is I need to display this show all letters when the progress bar will be appear, right? So let's do that by close it. Same thing, I'm gonna add it, letter density length greater than 5, and then I need to display that. And when user click on that because I need to display all the characters, right? So calling it, so I'm gonna set show all letters, and I'm gonna use not show. Means when user will click on that to display the all letters, otherwise display nothing. So I need to use show all letters is exist to display the C more, C less, otherwise display C more inside the button. So I'm gonna save the file, and I can't see anything else, but when I will enter something and cross the file, okay, here is the words, but why I'm able to cross the line. So let me find out the problem on, I think here's a problem, so I'm gonna remove it. Yeah, I can't see the C more. 1 2 3 4 5, I can't see the C more, so I think I need to fix letter density function dot length greater than 5, and display the function and show all letters, show all letters, set show letters C less. Why? I don't know. So I think something is wrong there, so I'm gonna remove it. So I think guys the problem is my styling, so first I'm gonna find out the problem. Yeah, I'm able to see more, click on it, and the characters are appear and disappear right there, as you can see, right? So yeah, I'm gonna use many things, different things, and I'm gonna add it. Yeah, getting a lot of things by refreshing a page. So here is some styling problem guys. So I think the problem is on this one there. So let's add it H screen form. So I think it should be remove the problem, and no, it is not. Let's add it on there. It is also up here guys. So I think I need to remove this one, and I'm gonna check it what is problem in the designing, because it is very important to manage that, right? So let's add dark mode, and okay, I'm gonna add it H screen outflow. Y is auto, so I think it should be, yeah, great. So very simple. So guys, this is the complete application. So I use simple HTML, not HTML guys, this is a React. So yeah, so a little bit of tricky. When you click on it, it has decreased into the validation or limitation. So when you will reach 50 characters, it has stopped, and yeah, it is working dark and light mode, as you can see, right? Yeah, very cool project. So let's find out in the responsive right there, as you can see. Okay guys, so I hope you are understood everything that I have shared with you inside the video. I hope you have learned a lot of things. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Have a great day.